Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook, here at the 2019 Reese's Senior Bowl with Boston College offensive lineman Chris Lindstrom. How you doing, man?
Good. I'm really excited to be here, and I can't wait for a great week.
Well, I feel like I've seen you grow up, man. Because we talked when you were back in high school. You reached out to us. We did this podcast of high school prospects. And to see you grow from where you were to where you are now, it's been great to see. How has that journey been for you?
It's been an amazing experience. Coming out of high school, I was undersized, and I was thankful that Coach Adazio gave me the opportunity to play at Boston College, and I really loved my time at BC. It was a special place, and I was with a special group of guys, and I think that made the journey that much better, and I ended up having a successful career there, and I was thankful for that, and thankful for the coaches and the people that I was able to be around and learn from.
Well, I think people don't understand the part of being undersized. Because as an undersized offensive lineman, you have to be technical. You're going to gain weight. And so you were able to bring the technicality to the position while also adding weight that made you the prospect that you are. So how mentally were you able to overcome that block that everybody kind of said, oh, you're too small, it's too small, but you were able to stay in tune into what you are and help yourself grow into this player?
A big thing that I think that my experience of playing as an undersized freshman was it taught me how to prepare and how to prepare properly. Also, it forced me to use technique because I wasn't physically able to move guys without technique, and I had coaches who were detail-oriented, and those details in the run game and pass game and in our technique and preparation off the field to be ready for the game was a big step in helping me learn and get to the player I am, and then the physical stuff, like you said, just comes with it.
There was one game in particular against a premier matchup. I'm not going to bring it up. I'm not going to say the player. But it was a premier matchup where you were able to stonewall constantly because you played calm. That person was over-aggressive, trying to fly in the backfield. You was able to match that with calmness. How important is that as an offensive line to remain calm? That way you can still execute at a high level.
I think you have to stay in your fundamentals. No matter what the situation is or the game or the pressure, you kind of have to relax mentally and really just focus on what the details of your play is, what the defense is presenting, and then your technique as it relates to that. And so being able to maintain your fundamentals while also playing really hard and attacking the defense and firing out hard, but maintaining a balance and really a control about yourself.
One thing I didn't know about the running back position going into college was how important it was to understand defensive fronts. I didn't know a lot in high school, but college I had to learn D-line and linebackers and how they align. As an offensive lineman, what did you know going in, and what did you have to learn once you got there?
I knew basic, like the Bear Bryant counting system and stuff like that. So I knew like how to line guys up, but I didn't know truly like what the formations are, like the defensive formation, over, under, all that stuff. I didn't know, I couldn't draw any pressures, and so when I got there as a freshman, that's one of the biggest adjustments, I think, coming out of high school. Like you said, your experience, and I think that's pretty familiar with a lot of guys coming out of high school, going into programs, is trying to learn understanding like what the defense does as well and being able to draw that. And so I was thankful enough with our coaches, they really repped that into us, was being able to draw what the defense does as well, because that's a big step in learning at least your offense.
If you were to meet someone that's unfamiliar with your game, like what does Chris Lindstrom bring to the table? What one game would you point them to and say, this shows you everything that I have?
I would say Clemson this year or Miami this year. Those are two of the marquee matchups that we had, and I think I played my best game in those big primetime games. And I'd be really proud to watch the tape and sit down with someone and have them watch that. And Coach Adazio talked about a lot is autographing your tape, and so that'd be something that I'd autograph, like those games.
Well, you had all the great signatures throughout your career, man. And we wish you the best of luck moving slow.
Poor penmanship, though, but thank you.